Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Leslie and you are in my kitchen down on our farm and I'm thrilled to have you here. If you're new here, welcome. My husband Bryant and I own a commercial poultry farm, and my husband pastors a wonderful, vibrant and growing, magnificent church in Asheboro, North Carolina. We are having kind of a fun supper tonight. I think it's going, as of now, it's going to be just me, Caroline, and the boys, and Bryant. I've sent Isaac and Jess a text. Isaac doesn't believe in responding to text messages. If you're new, my daughter is Caroline. She is married to Jamie and has two little boys, Judah and Levi. Isaac is my son, and his girlfriend is Jessica. And anyway, like I said, he doesn't believe in returning text messages, so I have no idea if he's going to be here or not. And that's okay. I always usually have plenty if they show up. So I am going to grab a few ingredients. I'm going to prep a little bit before I actually start supper. I like to do that. When I worked outside the home, I was not able to do that as much, but now that I'm in the home, I try to get as much done ahead of time as I can. So I'm going to chop up a purple onion, a green pepper, and a red pepper. So I'll meet you back right here. So one of the things I'm going to do to prep ahead of time is to go ahead and brown my ground beef and get it going. And what I'm going to do with the onions and the peppers, let me tell you, I changed my mind. I did not chop up a red pepper. Once I got all the green one chopped up, I was like, that looks like plenty. I'm not going to waste another pepper just to add the color, because we're going to have some color in here anyway. What I'm going to do is go ahead and start browning this, and go ahead and saute most of the peppers and onions up, although I am going to keep a few out of each to decorate the top with. You don't even have to saute this this part or this portion. The only reason I am is Bryant loves onions if they're cooked. He prefers them, you know, cooked. So instead of sprinkling on them raw, or on them not necessarily raw, because they will bake in the oven, but I don't think they'll get soft enough for his liking. So what I'm going to do is get this started, getting it breaking apart, and then we'll add in onions and peppers to it. We are making a loaded nachos. I don't think I've even told you guys that, but we are throwing caution to the wind and throwing everything at this. We're just going to put all kinds of stuff in these nachos. Caroline has actually made a pot of chili. So I told her, I said, bring that with you, and if we want to put some of that on our nachos, we surely can. So I am going to just get this started. And I'm going to go ahead and grab, first of all, I'm going to scrape my wooden. I do sanitize my wooden utensils if I use them with meat. I do sanitize them. All right, let me grab. Like I said, I'm going to keep some out to sprinkle on top. And I may not use all of this. We may bag it up in case we'll need more peppers and onions at some point in time. All right. Now, while this is frying up, I'm going to turn your attention over to, I have a bowl over here that has some canned chicken in it. I've drained the canned chicken. You can use home canned or store-bought, either one. If you use store-bought, my preference is Sam's. I think it's the cleanest, it's the best tasting, There's not a lot of those fatty chunks in there. I just prefer the Sam's. So, okay, we're going to let that cook for a while. And let me bring your attention right over here. We'll keep coming. I'm trying to get you where you can see. We'll slide that out of the way. And I have just taken a fork and broke it up, you know, where it's into pieces. And so I'm going to take just some taco seasoning and mix that in there. And I don't really have an amount. I just kind of look at the color, let it get kind of golden. You can add some water if you need to, but we're fixing to add something else real quick. I'm going to stop at the taco seasoning there, only because I need it for the burger too. And what we're going to add now to our chicken is a little bit of a can of Rotel. Mine is Great Value brand. There we go. I'm going to add the rest to the beef. And there was a lot of liquid in that, so that helps the chicken. So my chicken is ready. It is ready to go. So all it has to do is hang out here and just let the flavors meld. At this point, it is ready. I may have slid that over where you couldn't see it. But we're going to come back over here and check out our hamburger. I'm just kind of flattening everything to make sure it gets done. And I sometimes take mine and just kind of break it up. The finer, the better. And like I said, we're going to have Caroline's chili if we need to add more. You can make these nachos meatless if you wanted to. You can make them with shrimp. Alright, I'm going to keep breaking it up until these are all done. And then we'll drain it. We'll add some taco seasoning, some water, let it cook down, and then it'll be ready for when we put our nachos together. Well, everybody, I've added the taco seasoning, and I just did it to the instructions on the back of the box. It tells you, I think it's 1/4 cup of seasoning, 2/3 cup of water. And so I'm just bringing it back up to a boil, letting it cook down just a little bit. I'm actually going to go ahead and add the rest of this Rotel in there as well. And so between the meat, the hamburger, and the chicken, we could actually mix the chicken in here with it if we wanted to. I'm not going to. I actually thought about doing half of my nachos chicken and half, I'll probably mix it, but anyway, I won't mix it in here. But so this is good and ready. So when it's time to start building our nachos, I will bring you guys back. I'm going to clean up a little bit, and I'll see you back in just a minute. All right, everybody, we're going to start putting these nachos together. We're going to put them in. I have a pan that's bigger than a 9 by 13, so I don't know what the next size is, maybe a 10 by 15, I'm not sure. But it's the next size up. But hey, if you have a big cast iron skillet, I believe the last time I made these, I made them in a cast iron skillet. You can do it on a big cookie sheet if you kind of keep your toppings, you know, don't overspill it. But any kind of big pan that you can put in the oven, because we're going to bake these for a little bit. But the first thing, the fun part is right now, is layering them and putting it together. So, I'm just using, you know, the good old $2.99 bag of chips. And we're going to put those down here in this. I'm going to put just a little bit first. I may layer this, so we're going to layer this a little bit. So I have heated up, let me grab the knife, the Tostitos white queso cheese dip. And we're going to kind of drizzle that. If I can hold it, the jar is still kind of hot. All right, let's go in with some of our beef mixture. I'm going to slide it up right next here, and we're going to just kind of and I did buy 2 jars of that cheese, the queso dip. Sam's has one that I really love, and I should have got it while we were there, and I just didn't. Not sure why I didn't. It's okay if this gets stirred around. It's totally fine. I'm putting most on this bottom layer, and then we'll just save a little bit for the top layer. All right, now let's grab, here it is, the chicken. And let's put some of this chicken on here. And you don't have to use all of the chicken. You can save some of this and have quesadillas tomorrow. That would be wonderful. All right, so at this point, I'm just going to layer on another layer of chips. You know, this second layer is a little bit thinner than the first one, and that's intentional. All right, so let's go on with some more cheese. I was kind of light on the cheese over here, so, and I may have to heat up that other one. What I may do is save it, heat it up, and just have it on the table for people to add. All right. So let's go in with the rest of our beef mixture. And I'm kind of going to shake this because I don't have as much left as I had originally in that bottom layer. This is going to be so good. I cannot wait. Caroline's kind of excited. And I told her to bring her chili that she made. All right, so now let's go in with a little bit more chicken. You guys have probably already seen the Reese Cup Hope Cake, but as of this filming of this video, although you have already seen it, at the filming of this video, we have not had the taste test yet, and Brian has already started asking, when am I going to get to taste that? All right, so here is where, let me think. I want to see how I want to layer this. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of, just a very small amount, just for color, of the green onions, because we've cooked most of them in here. So we're just adding a little bit for pretty color. All right, now let's go in. I have taken some pepperonis, and sliced them up. And this is the twist. This is the loaded nachos with a twist. So we're going to add some pepperonis. Why not, right? I've just took a knife, and I didn't even stack them up in a pretty stack or anything. I just got them together and all right. Let's get a few over here. All right, now let's do, I'm going to do half of this with black olives. I know that probably Judah and Levi would prefer not to have black olives, but I think the rest of us like the black olives. I'm gonna crunch those down in there. So I'm doing a little over half in black olives. And I'll save the rest of these to nibble on myself. All right, let me wipe my hands off real quick. One more thing in these nachos. I want to cover them up with some sort of cheese, and we may blend it. I'm having to break this up a little bit. It's kind of clumpy. But we're just going to do a light sprinkling of Colby Jack. Now I'm also going to have sour cream on the table and salsa on the table. You could add jalapenos. Bryant does not like a lot of spice, so I'm not going to add jalapenos. But you could definitely add jalapenos to this if you wanted. All right, I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. We're going to stick this in the oven at 350 for about 20 to 30 minutes just to let it get nice and bubbly and delicious. I'll see you back in just a second. It's out of the oven. Are y'all ready to see this? It is absolutely beautiful. It smells like, it just smells delicious in here. So let me show you. Is that not absolutely gorgeous? So what I'm going to put on the table to have with this is I'm going to set a tub of sour cream out. I'm going to set a little bit of salsa. You could do lettuce if you wanted lettuce. I don't have any lettuce to chop up, but you could definitely do lettuce. But I'm going to put sour cream, salsa, and just in case somebody wants a little bit more of this, I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I'm going to heat it up again and put it on the table, and people can spoon it on if they want. You could open up a can of Rotel tomatoes. I've already got one can in here, but if somebody wanted some, if you wanted to dice up a tomato and have a fresh tomato on here, that would be absolutely delicious. So these are options you can add. I'm just doing the salsa, the sour cream, and the white dip. Okay, so hang tight. We'll meet you in the dining room when we sit down to eat. All right, everybody, we're all here for the taste test. There's Bryant, Caroline, Judabug, and Levi.
All right, here we go. What all's in here?
Everything but the kitchen sink.
All right, let's give it a try. I put a little sour cream and a little of this queso on here.
Yep.
Which is getting harder to find, the white queso.
I want to move that.
That's really good right there. You get all kind of flavors.
Yep. What do you think, Caroline?
It's good. It's really good.
Judah, have you tasted it? What do you think?
Delicious.
Delicious.
My turn.
Your turn?
Say it's phenomenal.
Woohoo! 2 thumbs up.
Yep.
All right, everybody. I'm going to doctor mine up with some salsa and sour cream, and I'll come back and tell you goodbye in just a little bit.
All right, Mom.
All right, they wanted me to give it a taste.
Give it your taste right there. The sun is glaring on your face, but go ahead.
It's so good.
Is that not good? Pretty in color.
Beautiful.
You got the black olives. You got some
do
green. You got
taste
some green in there. You got some pepperonis.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
So good.
So 2 thumbs up.
So listen, you guys need to make these nachos. First of all, you just need the nacho chips, and then any kind of queso. I really like the white with the peppers in it. It worked out perfectly what I got. Sam's has one that I prefer, but hey, that was delicious too. Any kind of meat with taco seasoning, and then you just throw to it what you have. Green onions would have been great, like scallions chopped up. So many things would have been a can of corn drained, sprinkled on there would have been absolute. Black beans would have been delicious. So you just add to yours what you've got. Just go through your refrigerator. It's a great way to get rid of things, and it is absolutely delicious, and children love it, adults love it. It's a crowd pleaser. So be sure to try that next time. Whatever meat you have, just go for it. So, all right, I'll see you guys next time on The Farming Pastor's Wife. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.